Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Luciana Fitriani from class 632804 with name 63241213. I will explain the space I took with the title A Heritage of Flavors from the Archipelago. Peace be upon us all, my respected lecturers, judges, and friends who I am proud of. First of all, let's us give thanks to God Almighty because by His grace we can gather here in good health. On this happy occasion, allow me to deliver a space with a title Indonesian Culinary Diversity, a heritage of flavors from the archipelago. Indonesia is a very rich country, not only rich in culture and language, but also rich in culinary. From Sabang to Merauke, each region has its own specialties that reflect the identity and character of its people. This is what makes Indonesian cuisine so diverse, unique, and appetizing. Who doesn't know rendang from Minangkabau? This is spice rich meat. This has even been named one of the best food in the world. From Java, we have gudeg, a sweet and creamy young jackfruit preparation. Makassar has coto, Betawi has soto Betawi, and Manado has the famously spicy rica-rica. Not to mention pempek from Palembang, papeda from Papua, and ayam betutu from Bali. Every food has a story, every flavor has a history. This culinary diversity not only reflects the wealth of food we have, but also reflects the cultural values and philosophy of life of the local community. In food, we can see how Indonesians value togetherness, mutual cooperation, and tradition. Friends that I am proud of. In the midst of the onslaught of fast food and foreign cultures, we have remained proud and preserve our traditional culinary, because food is not just a matter of taste, but also the identity and heritage of the nation. Let us recognize, love, and prefer Indonesian cuisine as a part of our identity, because like our nation's motto, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, different but still one, so it is with Indonesian cuisines. Diverse in flavor, one in deliciousness. That's all the space I can deliver. Hopefully it will be useful and can foster our love for nation's culinary wealth. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Luciana Fitriani from class 632804 with name 63241213. I will explain my English material with the title Non-Countable Noun. Before starting, I want to apologize if my accent is not good and not right. First, I will read you the difference between countable noun and uncountable noun. There are 5 differences between countable nouns and uncountable nouns, which are: number 1 is countable nouns such as 1, 2, and more, and uncountable noun atau tidak dapat dihitung. Number 2, uncountable noun, their plural and singular form, and uncountable noun singular form only. Why uncountable noun singular form only? Because uncountable nouns represent object or concept that cannot be separated or counted individually. For example, we cannot say 1 water or 2 sugars without using additional units of measurement such as a glass of water or 2 spoons of sugar. Number 3. Countable noun can use a or an. An uncountable noun cannot use a or an. Number 4. Countable noun have example apple, book, and car. An uncountable noun have example water, sugar, and rice. Number 5 is countable noun asks how many and uncountable noun asks how much. For example, how many books do you have and how much water do you drink every day? That's the difference between countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Here is the definition of non-countable noun. Non-countable nouns are nouns that cannot be counted directly with numbers because they are substance, abstract concept, or objects that are too small and too numerous to count individually. Examples are water, sugar, information, and love. Well, there is characteristic uncountable noun. Number 1, cannot be counted directly, cannot be 2 water, 3 sugar, dan seterusnya. Number 2, has no plural form, no waters, sugars in the sense of substance. Number 3, cannot be preceded by a or an. Number 4, always use singular verbs. Contohnya, water is important. Number 5, to express amount, use quantifiers such as some, much, a lot of, a little, a bit of, a great deal of. The last, number 6, to ask for an amount, use how much. How much rice do you want? Next is the type of non-countable noun in English can be categorized based on their properties and type. 1. Substance, zat atau bahan, refers to a physical substance that cannot be counted individually because it is a mass or liquid. Example, water, sugar, rice, milk, oil, air, sun, salt, flour, and honey. 2. Abstract noun, kata benda abstrak, refers to concept, ideas, feelings, or traits that are intangible and cannot be quantified. Example, advice, information, knowledge, happiness, love, patience, freedom, fear, and beauty. 3. Collective or group nouns, kata benda kolektif, refers to a collection of objects or things that are considered is a single entity without the plural. Example, furniture, equipment, luggage, money, traffic, and software. The last, number 4, natural phenomena atau fenomena alam, refers to natural events or conditions that cannot be counted. Example, rain, snow, thunder, heat, and fog. Next, there is example of a non-uncountable noun. Ini ada contoh lengkapnya seperti water, beauty, love, money, information, knowledge, sugar, bread, tea, advance, advice, research, and progress. Here are some example sentences of non-countable noun. I will explain one example to each. 1. Substance, I need some water to drink. Saya butuh air minum. Yang kedua, there is much sugar in this coffee. Ada banyak gula dalam kopi ini. Saya akan menjelaskan satu contoh saja yang I need some to drink. The word water is a non-countable noun because water cannot be counted individually. And in this sentence, some indicates that the speaker needs some water, but does not say how much. 2. Food and beverage. She likes to eat bread for breakfast. Dia suka makan roti untuk sarapan. Kedua, he brought some milk into the glass. Dia menuangkan susu ke dalam gelas. Ngambil nomor 2 ini, contoh yang pertama. She likes to eat bread for breakfast. Bread is an example for a non-countable noun because bread is usually considered a food item that is not counted individually, and we don't say a bread unless it refers to one type of bread or one slice of bread. Is number 3, the abstract concept. Knowledge is very important for success. Pengetahuan sangat penting untuk kesuksesan. Knowledge is a non-countable noun that means knowledge, information, and understanding gained through learning, experience, and or education. And because knowledge is abstract and cannot be counted individually, it is always treated as a singular. Is emotion and feelings. He felt a lot of anger after the argument. Dia merasa sangat marah setelah pertengkaran itu. There is non-countable noun that means anger or the feeling of anger. In science, anger is an abstract concept and cannot be counted one by one. It does not have plural form. Then for a lot of used to express a large amount or something, both countable and non-countable noun. I have ended the explanation or presentation today. Please apologize if the word I said were not right and my intonation was not clear. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.